Dating in 2025 is like watching reruns of Ghost Adventures with Zach Baggins. Trying to land a date just in general, never mind love interest, is harder than 100%ing Oblivion blindfolded. And really what I'm talking about is online dating. I have always seen online dating as the antithesis of what dating should be. I believe that asking someone out organically is always the more favorable option because you can put a real face to a name. Whereas dating apps take away the personality aspect, and now it's just a marketplace to see who's the hottest. Like, it's such a toxic and destructive world we live in where social media basically rules our dating world nowadays. But whoever said love was dead? Sometimes a guy like me can get lucky. And hell, maybe I can get as far as being so lucky that I can't get rid of her that easily. And that's exactly what I'm about to share with you. I wanted to address a video where this girl went on a date with a guy that she met on a dating app and talks about how she thought the experience went very well. Unfortunately, they were not thinking the same way. The man in this story was actually not really interested in her, and when she makes this discovery, she completely loses her shit. Like, she becomes an actual stalker level threat trying to hunt this dude down for revenge. Like, actual revenge because she couldn't take no for an answer. And the guy in this situation didn't actually verbally reject her, he allegedly blocked her, which I think isn't exactly respectful, but also, who the fuck cares? It's never anything you should take personally since you're meeting a complete stranger. Take the hint, pull up your britches, and move on. Period. That being said, I think believing her side of the story is as trustworthy as an article from The Onion. I wish I was exaggerating, but you will see here why a person like her is so scummy and possibly dangerous.
I went on a date on Sunday, and it was a great date. We had such a fun time, and nothing at all screamed that anything went south. And he said he was going to be coming over after the date, and as I was driving home, when he was supposed to be following me home, he blocked me. I have no idea what happened. Well, don't mess with me. I found all of the information I needed to find and was able to make a connection on a different social media app and started a conversation as a girl named Betty on this app.
Asking someone to come over after the first date is definitely not the norm. At least last time I checked. Maybe it's one of those things where the older you get, the bolder you get. But even then, I feel like most people, especially women, would not ask the guy to come back to their place after the first date just because it poses a security risk. I'll be honest, I think I would feel a bit suspicious if a woman insisted that I went back to her place on the first date. It almost feels like some kind of trap. I don't think we'll ever know why the guy in this story blocked her, but one thing's for sure, I don't think this guy was comfortable with seeing her again. So then, this complete psycho finds him again on another app and pretends to be somebody else, also making fun of the fact that he forgot what she looked like to whatever audience this was for. There's no TikTok watermark, and her video quality looks like it was recorded in the year 2000 on a Nokia flip phone, and the audio is also desynced. This makes me wonder if she's a time traveler and manipulated the timeline just to exact revenge on this poor guy. I think she was also beyond heated when she sent him her face again and he didn't recognize her. Like, that definitely shattered every last known shard of confidence she had, and now is recording her mental breakdown. You can even see the anger through her passive-aggressive smiles. This guy thought he had seen the last of this maniac on top of the fact that he blocked her, and she goes out of her way to bait him thinking that she's a completely different person.
So, what you just saw was him realizing that it was his turn to get played. He sat down, realized it was me, and I asked him, "So I earned being ghosted, huh?" He said, "Yes, you did." And I said, interesting. How? And he said, "Because I said something was gay. That's why." And yes, I did call him a pussy as he ran away. So,
I'm glad this guy openly told her, "Yes, I did block you," and gave his reason. This guy owes not a single explanation, yet he still sat down and told her. She said something was gay, but she refuses to elaborate there. I'm not sure if this was an insult towards him, or maybe he just didn't like her use of the word because it was offensive. She is not telling the full story. She's just simply making all of this about her. Point is, he wanted nothing to do with this girl, and she made an absolute fool of herself. The camera angle changes to a third person view where I think she has one of her friends record the whole thing, as if this was gonna be like a world star got him good moments and everyone would take her side. But clearly she has her confidence misplaced because this is a colossal cringe flop. Can I just say how creepy it is to be filming this entire interaction? You can tell her friend is trying so hard to hide, yet keeps shaking the camera like it's a goddamn ketchup bottle. Boo, pussy. I don't know how this guy could reject a 10 out of 10 rose blossom like this gal. He's never gonna meet another one like her. You had your chance to lay pipe on the first date, pal. You fumbled that hard. In all seriousness, though, you can tell this dude was unfazed from the moment he walked in and stepped away. In her head, she definitely thought she won that argument, yet there was nothing to win. She just wasted her time and his time, only to get absolutely clowned on by the internet. In that same amount of time, she probably would have landed another date. Once again, she is not giving us the full context here as to what she said was gay. The only conclusion I can draw here is that she used that word in an insensitive way, which came off as a bad first impression. And you know what? We all sometimes say the wrong thing on the first date without realizing, and the other person is just simply no longer interested. That's fine. There's literally nothing wrong with that. But in her case, she must be handing out bad first impressions like it's her business card. But the business cards she hands out are actually just flashcards with cuss words on them. But yeah, anyways, thanks for watching.